we have Nine of Wands in reverse. And this, I call this card my Cool Hand Luke card. It means being a little bit on guard, maybe a little defensive, looking over your shoulder, wondering where the next attack is coming from, feeling just like you have to be on your toes and looking out for obstacles and challenges. It's in reverse though, so maybe you're coming out of that. Maybe you had been feeling that you had to be on the defensive about something, and at the beginning of November you're either letting down your guard or you're feeling more comfortable. Something like that, Gemini, is what I'm getting, is that maybe you're saying, okay, maybe it's safe. Maybe I don't have to be on guard. Because you see a new truth. You may have, at the beginning of November, or yet to be, had an aha moment. This is a revelation. This is the sword of the truth, and aces are always new beginnings, so it's a new clarity, a new way of seeing things, a new thought, a new idea, a new belief. And it's crowned here, as you can see, it's crowned with the victory laurels. It's the truth that's right in front of you. And so this is really clear, crisp, clean energy. Ace of Swords is clarity that just comes down from above. This is Archangel Michael's sword, and it comes through and just sets you free. You know how they say that cliche of the truth will set you free? Well, this is what this is about. So the truth will set you free at the beginning of November, and that new truth may be what is setting you free from any paranoia, any need to feel guarded, any need to feel like you're having to watch your back or look over your shoulder or be cautious about things. You're like, oh, now I see it, now I get it, now I understand what's true. I see it right in front of me. I'm no longer wondering or speculating or questioning things. Yeah, it's coming out of powerlessness. This is Eight of Swords. So again, this has to do with an old way of thinking. Eight of Swords in the upright means powerlessness. It means feeling captive, feeling stuck, feeling like you don't have any choice in the matter, or that something else has stripped you of your power to move and have freedom. It means thinking that being surrounded by your own thoughts and having them debilitate you. So when Eight of Swords is in the reverse position, you may be coming out of that. You may be acknowledging something with this new truth. This new truth is coming in, and it is the sword that sets you free. You know how they always say that? I know I'm repeating myself with this, but you can see in this card, she is confined with bindings, and it's really just her own thoughts that are binding her up. There's no one else there. And this is the truth that sort of comes in and cuts all these binds away, and she can just walk free. So again, the truth will set you free is what I'm really getting. If you look at all three of these cards, this is what's happening. This is how they came out. Look at how that truth in the middle just helps out both of these people. I'm also noticing it's a male and a female. So maybe there's a truth that comes about in your relationship that really helps you to see where both of you felt powerless and imprisoned and just like captive, you know, because he's got a bound head and she's bound up. It might be with this truth, you guys come across something that is an aha moment that sets both of you free, brings both of you out of bondage, out of misery, out of questioning, out of feeling powerless. So that's a real possibility here with this new truth at the beginning of November. Sorry about that, I just had a phone call. So yeah, I see the truth setting both you and potentially someone else free. The truth comes in, and neither of you, both of you see it, and neither of you feel like you have to be stuck anymore. That truth really, it sets both of you free is all I can say. I know it just seems very clear and very obvious to me, and it may change the way you think about things, the way you operate, the way you see things, Gemini. Yeah, communication. You're going to be communicating this truth too. This is Page of Swords. And this could be you, Gemini. I mean, this could be the younger side of yourself. Often this can be any air sign, so it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I'm seeing this is you, Gemini, standing on the top of the hill, being willing to declare your truth And this is, you know, how when we're younger, sometimes we can just say things like, you know, that phrase, out of the mouth of babes. We can just say things that are so clear and so direct and so honest. And you know how kids will just be really honest and really frank, regardless of, you know, they'll just say things as they see them. And I see this being you, Gemini, is declaring your truth, being really honest about it. And maybe it's something from your childhood that it's a truth that you have felt or seen or thought for a while, and you're just willing to own it and declare it and say, yeah, you know what, this is what I think. This is what's true for me. You really have that sword of the truth showing up twice here. It's in itself here, and this is the young page carrying that sword, so carrying the truth. Often it can be a communication of a truth. Again, a thought, idea, knowledge, wisdom, belief, that's all swords energy. It's all the mental realm. And you're an air sign, Gemini. So this could be something that you're thinking, something that's true for you. You could be the one that takes what you've seen and says, you know what? Now I'm liberated. Now I'm ready to fight. Now I'm ready to defend a cause instead of feeling stripped and powerless. This is a new day. You know, see the blue sky with the clouds versus the gray sky here. Totally different energy. It's like saying, okay, I've received this truth. Now I'm willing to step out and declare it and have everyone hear it. Whereas this is saying, you know, I can't do anything. I can't move in any direction. I'm just getting that there's something that liberates you in terms of thinking, in terms of knowledge and insight, recognizing a truth, declaring a truth. That's really helpful to you. It's really liberating for you this month. Then I have King of Swords in reverse. That can be misuse of knowledge, misuse, like being overly clever. In the worst formation, you know, King of Swords in reverse can be a manipulator. So it's saying, in this case, it's almost like David and Goliath here in a weird way. The young version with the truth is way better than someone who knows all these things, but is using it for his own advantage, his own gain, his own manipulation. You know, potentially this is lying too. Someone who is overly concerned with power and the abuse of power, whereas you're standing in, I just want freedom, I just want truth, I just want liberation. So there's kind of a dynamic there going between, you may have to stand up to someone who thinks they know it all. That's definitely Knight of Swords in reverse is a know-it-all. And this could be someone who's older than you, Gemini. Again, whether male or female, King of Swords is someone who thinks that they know everything and tries to manipulate people through their cleverness, through their thought, through their like logical, analytical, rational approach. But you're saying, no, look, this is the truth and I'm sticking to it. This is it. I've seen it. I know this. It's been handed to me by the universe. This could be a truth that came to you. And again, pages can be communication. So you're set free by this. You're liberated by this. Something is coming to you that is really setting you free this month, Gemini. Lovers in reverse. This could be a decision that you need to make and are having a hard time making this decision. This is the Gemini card. So it could be that you may be feeling out of sorts in terms of your relationship. Or it could just be that there is great lover's energy here for you, but you have some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance about being vulnerable within your relationship or in relationships in general. With both of these in reverse right next to each other, there could be something about power struggles, especially within arguments or verbal dialogues. It could be about, this one wants to control. And lovers in reverse has to often do with control dynamics, non-cooperation, not seeing the other person for who they are. So there's some really interesting energy here with King of Swords in reverse and lovers in reverse. I'm going to say if you're showing up in your relationship, try not to be the one who's in control and knows everything. Try to be vulnerable and open and strip yourself down to being emotionally naked so that you can see the other person too. That's where the divine energy blesses this card. That's where it's real. It's not about winning the argument, which is what King of Swords is consumed with at all costs. He wants to win. He wants to be the smartest guy in the room. He wants to control things to his way of being. He wants to know everything. You know, lovers is not about that. Lovers is about showing up and sharing with someone in a vulnerable, openly, emotionally vulnerable way. And so make a decision. Be careful with your choice of words, Gemini, in the middle of the month. Be open to someone else. Don't feel like you have to win the argument. Sometimes winning the argument doesn't mean winning the relationship. The relationship loses in you if you win the argument. Ace of Cups, yeah, there's love energy here for you. Both of these are love cards, but they're in reverse. So there's some fear, doubt, or resistance to allowing these in. It almost feels like I have to be seen I have to be seen with respect. I have to be seen as the one who knows all the answers. That's really blocking this energy. These are all in reverse. So as you let go of this archetype, whatever that might be, this could be someone else too. This could be another air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But this wants to come in for you. Lovers and Ace of Cups. It could be a new cycle, with this ace being a new thing coming in, new love coming into this relationship, a new phase, a new deepening. It could be like as you realize and explain to your partner, yeah, I don't know everything. I don't know it all. The antithesis of this is humbleness. So if you can express some humility, some just openness, you may unlock both of these, Gemini. Relationship and new love, or deepening of a current relationship, a new phase in a new relationship. Either way, it's more love coming towards you. But because they're both in reverse, along with this King of Swords in reverse, it's really saying that there needs to be a letting go of the ego, or thinking that one knows it all, especially how it relates to relationships. Even in like thinking, oh, I know that relationships go this way. I know a thing or two about relationships. Maybe there's a certain amount of openness and learning new things about love that can come your way if you're open to it, if you're not the King of Swords in reverse. Let's see what else is coming up. Queen of Wands. This may be a fire sign that you are interacting with or who's showing up. This is an attractive, confident, bold, charismatic woman. Could be a man too. Could be a fire sign. Could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it's someone who is, can command a presence. She's often witty. She's got a quick comeback to things. She's sunny and optimistic and gets things done. So that's someone who's showing up in your environment. Or it could be someone it could be that you're showing up as Queen of Wands. I'm actually reading this as someone else. So this could be a partner. It could be a family member, a friend, someone who is just, happy-go-lucky and likes to kick up their heels and likes to have fun, get things done. They sort of have like a take no prisoners approach. They're just like bold and direct and like, let's do this now. So that's Queen of Wands energy that's showing up for you. Then we have Tower. It could be that she's a boss, or that she is someone who comes in large and in charge and creates a big boom in your life. Tower is a sudden, unexpected change that comes out of the blue. You can see the lightning bolt here. And it breaks everything apart. Everything is new. Everything that you thought you knew comes down. I often look at this as the Tower of Babel, where you think you know everything, you think you've got everything figured out. Nature will show you that she's the one in charge. It will break everything apart so that you can be refreshed and renewed and let go of old structures, old paradigms. So there may be a way in which a fire sign is involved in initiating this tower. It could be that someone comes in and sort of blows you away, blows your world apart, blows things open. It's just that there's a big change coming ahead, and it may come out of nowhere. It may be sudden, but some people are afraid of the Tower card. I happen to love the Tower card. I think it's like invigorating. It's allowing freedom to happen instead of being confined in the Tower. It can be very liberating. What else have you got? Chariot in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, and Six of Swords. So with Chariot in reverse and Two of Wands in reverse, this tells me again, you're having difficulty with making a decision. You may be, with Chariot in reverse, you may not be trusting your instincts, Gemini. You're a very dual sign anyway. You're the two twins, right? So with Two of Wands and with Chariot in reverse, there's a way in which you're like going back and forth. You're almost acting like a Libra, where you're like, well, there's this side of it, and then there's that side of it. And if I think about it this way, I see this. But if I think about it this way, I see this. So with Chariot in reverse, you're not trusting your instincts to make a good decision. You don't really know which way to go forward. You may have two options that you're choosing between, and you're kind of vacillating. Ultimately, with these two cards together like this, both in the reverse, it could be cognitive dissonance, that you're thinking, okay, well, this is this way, but it's also this way, but those two don't really match. I don't know how to reconcile it, so I don't know how to move forward. But I eventually do see you coming to a conclusion. You do move forward. This is Six of Swords, and you'll notice there's two people in this boat. And this is a card of healing. It's a card of, you know, maybe if there was some sort of compromise that needed to happen, this is moving forward. It's going from charged waters down here, you can see, to smoother, cleaner horizons, things where things are a little bit more peaceful. I really get the sense that the truth comes in and helps you with your deliberation process this month. You're able to heal from things, move on from things, even if it feels difficult to choose between a couple different options or a couple different ways of seeing things, not really knowing which way to move forward. A challenge to your will, a challenge to your confidence, to your boldness, to your resolve. I see you sort of accepting it and saying, okay, you know what, that's okay. We're just going to pack up our swords here. These are the beliefs that serve us. And we're going to go together from this charged situation to smoother horizons. We're going to heal and recover. And it could be that there's travel involved too, Gemini. So with all these decision-making cards, with Chariot in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, and Lovers in reverse, you may be having a big, difficult decision to make, or having a hard time making a decision, especially as it relates to love, and especially as it relates to the ego. Because often those two are in polarity to one another. You may have to make a choice between love or ego here in November. And it looks like you're going to be making a choice that eventually does bring healing to you in terms of your relationships. So I like that for you. And I like this discovery, this aha moment, this clarity that comes in at the beginning of the month, this Ace of Swords, and you standing firm and holding your truth, Gemini. It's beautiful energy. It's going to rid you from feeling like this, from feeling stripped of your power, not knowing which way to go, not knowing what decision to make. And you have two aces here. Ace of Swords, clarity, revelation, and Ace of Cups in reverse. So again, mind or heart. There might be a lot of that going on here in November, but big changes are ahead. So that's my reading for you, Gemini, for November.